Yen Audio presents Solo Leveling, Volume 8, written by Chugong, translated by Hae-young Im and Jay Torres, read by Ki-hong Lee. One. Taking up arms. Is this what hell on earth would look like? The sky was filled with black clouds that loomed over the blood-stained land, echoing with screams and covered in ash and filth. The monarchs, born in darkness and bred only for destruction, were erasing every trace of light across the land. Their leader, the Dragon King, stood atop the City of Ashes and scanned his surroundings. Where did he run off to? When the Shadow Monarch used his perception and revealed his presence, the Dragon King had assumed it was a declaration of war. His heart, which seemed to have turned to stone while wandering the gap between dimensions, began hammering in his chest again for the first time in ages. Only a few opponents in existence could ever pose a threat to him, and now that one of them had bared their teeth, the real war was at hand. The madness of both sides of a war clashing was a veritable gift to the Monarch of Destruction. The joy it brought him was incomparable. However, against his expectations, the Shadow Monarch concealed himself once more, and hadn't returned despite one of the human countries being completely wiped out. Of course, it would have been suicidal to attack with a little over 100,000 soldiers when the combined forces of the world of chaos boasted an army of 10 million. But the Shadow Monarch wouldn't have threatened the Dragon King and risked revealing his location if he'd been planning to run away from the start. What is he waiting for? As time went on, the Dragon King's anxiety grew. Not knowing where or when the Shadow Monarch would attack, he had no choice but to move his army with caution, which naturally slowed his advance. It was quite aggravating, as he'd wanted to rid the battlefield of the human vermin and prepare to engage in battle with the rulers. By any chance, is he looking to have his kind annihilated in order to turn them into soldiers? Regardless, the Shadow Monarch surely knew that recruiting humans who didn't know how to wield mana wouldn't be much help against the army of destruction. At that moment, a voice interrupted his musings. Humans are approaching, my lord. One of his ancient dragon bodyguards informed him of an attack.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?